So the lights are off on the pace car. We're getting to go, ready to go racing. The next time they come back off of turn number 4. They will hit the green flag and we'll be working lap number 1 of 30. Street stocks, like the new kind of design that's starting to appear in the street stock division. Here we go, green flag.
Green flag is out on this one. Keep your eye on that 28 car. Dave Lund going to come through the back there. Dario Reddick, the young kid, we talked about it earlier. Shane Son helped with that car there. They've prepared it all week long. He won his heat race earlier tonight. That car's been fast the last couple of weeks out.
So Nick Beecher holds the lead here. Nick actually started in the dwarf cars. And, of course, his dad was a great racer out here in the street stock division. As we watch the cars of Marthaler looking to the outside to try to take over that third position. And Steve Potasic tucked right in behind him. And as you mentioned, we're going to keep an eye on that 28 of Dave Lund, a many-time champion out here. And don't count out Mr. Fody either. Mr. Rain, we used to call him the Rain Master, always won on rain nights.
That would be Dawson Cox this year. It seems like anytime it rained, Dawson Cox had his 7 car figured out. As he comes through the field right now, it's still Nick Beecher, Dario Reddick, and then Steve Potasic out there. As Bristol wraps it around the track there, she'll pull it off.
Look at this battle for second, third, fourth, fifth position as young Mr. Cox up there trying to put a wheel up underneath the 44 of Marthaler. Here comes Potasic. He's making a move on Reddick, and he will make the pass. A little bit of brake checking going on middle way between turns 3 and 4. And here comes Dave Lund in the 28.
And if there's any maybe carryover from the last race that we're here, keep your eye on that 28 car and that 44 car. It got quite heated between those two drivers after the last race came down the final lap, battling for second spot. And we'll see if that carried over at all here. As it's Lund, Marthaler, Dario Reddick, all right there battling for that third position. Dawson Cox up there. Looked like Marthaler was about 3 tires on that dirt there going down the backstretch. We made the backstretch wider, and they still use more of it.
I know it. The old days, that actually was skinnier, and that was about a 3-foot drop off the back on the asphalt. And when you dropped off there, I'll tell you what, it was the frame hitting the racetrack. So you tried not to do it. So maybe you just need to dig a gully back there. Keep them on the racetrack. It is still Nick Beecher with the lead, with Potasic draped all over his rear bumper. And Potasic not only draped over it, he's now trying to move the 45 out of the way. Potasic in that 06, and here comes Dave Lund. Cox trying to go to the inside, got way down off the racetrack, but trying to make a move on Reddick as they go to turn 1.
They go to turn 1. It is Potasic on that inside lane. Potasic gets a huge run down the backstretch. Potasic on the inside. Beecher on the outside. Here comes Lund now. Lund dives to the inside of Beecher. A little sideways contact there. So Lund goes from third into second with a follow pass on Potasic there. So new first and second place cars.
And Dawson Cox made the same move on the 37 of Reddick, the same time that Lund was making the move. So we'll see if Dawson Cox can get up with the front runners. Oh, and a little bit of a dig there by Dave Lund coming off of 4 on Potasic, trying to loosen them up to get underneath.
Dave Lund trying to track down the 06 of Steve Potasic. 2 really good street stock drivers up front there. A lot of battles over the years, and they're putting another one on the line now.
As they're still nose to tail heading to turn number 1. Don't count out the 7 car of Dawson. And Mike Marthaler now, who fell back, is starting to work his way back up towards this front group. It is still a 2-car battle for the lead between Potasic and the 06 and the 28 of Lund. Lund trying to go to the inside, couldn't quite do it.
Lund got Potasic a little loose that time off of turn 4. Contact one more time, this time down the backstretch. It's Lund on the inside, Potasic on the outside. Side by side, they go down into turns 3 and 4. New leader, Dave Lund.
Dave Lund, who has won many a race in this division at this racetrack, and disappeared for a little while and then came back, and he's come back with a vengeance. And we got trouble. The 45 car putting down oil going into turn number 1, oil or water. And